My name is Monica, and welcome to my channel, Vixen Vixen. Um, Vixen is a very, very old handle of mine from the days of IRC. And if you aren't familiar with what that is, it's Internet Relay Chat. And it was kind of like the internet before the user-friendly internet that we have now. If you want more information on it, feel free to look it up. I won't go into too much detail about it, but needless to say, I've had the nickname Vixen for a long time, and I am all about fixing me. And my goal is actually to become a healthier and happier, smaller version of myself that hopefully will be around for a long, long time because of my good health. And if I had chosen to disregard the warning signs and disregard my doctor's advice to me, I probably would not have very much longer to live because I was not in a good place. And so making the good choices and doing the right thing has become my #1 priority and goal for my future. I do want to mention that everybody is different and everyone's doctors are different. And so I just want to say that this channel is about my personal weight loss journey, and the choices that I make now and that I'll make in the future are going to be recommendations and advice that I get from my doctors and my bariatric surgeon. So, and they're given to me for my specific conditions and my specific situation. So just keep that in mind. However, a lot of the information that I have to share with everyone is pretty generalized, and it's definitely information that can be used by bariatric patients, by people with diabetes type 2, and even people that are just looking to eat healthier and make more food from home. So I just wanted to put that out there. So I am currently in pre-op for gastric bypass surgery, or RNY, and for the record, I am 5 feet 1 inch. I am sitting at 200 and anywhere between 255 and 260 pounds. My BMI is 49.1. Excuse me. My comorbidities are diabetes type 2. I have hypertension. I have sleep. I have to say I had sleep apnea. And of course, obesity, which of course is determined by your BMI. So, lots of comorbidities. 2 years ago, I was 280 pounds, and I was diagnosed with the diabetes type 2. At that time, I had horrible dry mouth, and I drank anywhere from 120 to 160 ounces of water a day. I was extremely thirsty all the time, trying to get rid of the dry mouth. I was in the bathroom to pee every 30 minutes because of that, and I had cellulitis sores under my arms, under my breasts, on my stomach, on my thighs. I had high blood pressure, hypertension, and they were so elevated that I was made to do a stress test twice in a year and a half. to make sure that I was not damaging my heart. Everything that led me up to this point was really due to bad choices. Only about 10% of the problems that I had were really a contribution to my health, my thyroid disease. And I realized I was killing myself with the choices that I was making. I am currently 41 years old. And as a single mom, the last thing that I want to do is leave my children parentless. And for the longest time, I had it in my head that I was going to live this long, awesome life, and, I'll be around to see every little thing that my daughters do. My oldest is 20, my youngest is 5. And so, yes, I started over. So, it was a wake-up call. It was a serious wake-up call that said, hello, your life has been shortened, and you're not going to be able to see and do all the things that you thought you were going to be able to do because you are making really bad choices for your health. Period. So I had to change, and I had to change in a way that was going to make a change for the rest of my life. A quick fix, not taking it seriously, or only doing it half-assed, was not going to cut it this time. I'd been on diets my entire life, 25 years of diets. Atkins, ephedrine, or whatever it was called, Jenny Craig, All Eye, Phentermine, Weight Watchers, Jazzercise, going to the gym, working out every day, HTC diet, All Eye or Slat, I don't know if I said those, but you name it, and I've probably tried it. Slim Fast, another one. I noticed that the one thing that all of these diets had in common is I would always lose weight, and then I would always gain the weight back, and usually a little bit more. And so I couldn't do that again. I can't do that again. It won't work for me. I can't. I'm 41 now, and I can't throw time away like I used to. So for the last year, I have worked towards my goal of lowering basically the danger levels of my comorbidities. Basically, that was my biggest goal, so that when I did decide to go on my weight loss plan, I would have the best opportunity for weight loss without the hindrance of the comorbidities that I was suffering from. I did not start out by trying to lose weight. In order to get my health under control, I first had to focus on all those comorbidities. So I had to start eating right. I started walking more. I had really bad knees, and I had surgery on one of my knees when I was like 22 years old, and so it never really healed properly, and so it doesn't bend all the way, and so it hinders my ability to walk long distances. But I didn't let that slow me down either. I took diabetes counseling, and also then I started taking classes for diabetes. My doctor put me on medication. He put me on metformin, and then he put me on Levemir, which is an insulin injection that I have to take every night. I also take Byetta, and that's also an injection that I take before I eat any meal. And then 8 months ago, my primary care physician told me that I would be an excellent candidate for gastric bypass surgery, because we had been talking about weight loss and, diet plan, and, what did I think that I wanted to do at this point, now that we had gotten through the comorbidities and got them under control and out of the danger levels. It's time to focus on my weight at this point. He said that he was willing to give me a referral to a gastric bypass surgeon out of Parker, Colorado, and I agreed. At this point, when he did this 8 months ago, my A1C for the diabetes was originally 16.7, and I was down to 7.1. And your A1C is supposed to be, well, is considered normal when it's 6.5 or lower, or 6 and lower. 6.5 is usually, like, they will tell you that you're borderline diabetic. So I came a long way with my A1C, and that was a struggle. That was a lot of medication, a lot of eating right, and changing my diet, and fighting with myself to remember why I was doing this. And you know what? When I see my girls every day, it's not that hard anymore. Maybe as you get older, you really get wiser, and that's why I'm finally able to do what I wasn't able to do when I was younger, because I'm not doing it for myself, really. I'm doing it for my children. Well, I guess I am doing it for myself, because I want to be selfish and see them for as long as I can. Sorry. So I don't have any signs of the complications that I used to have. All the cellulitis, the neuropathy in my feet, dry mouth, excessive thirst. I don't have any of those anymore. They've all been controlled, since my diabetes is now controlled. My weight also dropped 25 pounds, even though I wasn't trying to lose weight. Just, just get the comorbidities under control. I lost the 25 pounds, and I have been able to maintain anywhere between 255 and 260 over the last year. And I know that my BMI is still 49.1 based on 260 pounds. However, for me, that is, I'm giving myself kudos for that, because I'm not gaining weight and I haven't lost any, but I'm eating healthier and I'm doing more activity than what I was doing at 280. So in July, I met with Dr. Tom Brown, and he is now my bariatric surgeon. I also met with all of his team, which includes the dietitians and the psychologists, and I've been able to utilize my diabetes classes that I took as part of my bariatric classes. So usually you'd meet with your bariatric doctor, and then you'd get scheduled out for 6 months of classes, or if he chose to put you on a weight loss pill, he would document that for 6 months, because most insurances require you to have 6 months of supervised weight loss. But in my case, I had started my classes in July, and I had also spoke with the bariatric surgeon in July, so they were able to take the classes that I had been taking for diabetes and use them as bariatric classes. They both focus on eating healthier, and one is, while diabetes classes focus on diabetes control, they also focus on weight loss. So I got lucky with that. And yesterday, I actually completed my 5th bariatric class. So I am super excited and nervous and overall resolved that this is going to happen. I have one more class to complete in December, and that is my binder class, where we basically individualize our plans for making good food choices. We set up our pre-op diets and our post-op diet plans. And then following my 6th class, my surgery coordinator, she will send all the documents and information that I have gone through over the 6 months. She'll forward that to my insurance for approval. And right now, I know that my insurance is about a week to 2 weeks out for returning approvals or denials. So even if I do my 6th class is scheduled for December 13th. So even if I finish my class on December 13th, and then my insurance approves it like a week or 2 weeks later, I am still requesting, I've already requested that my surgery be made in the 1st or 2nd week of January, simply because I don't want to be in the hospital or having to deal with this during the holidays. Holidays are stressful enough. I have a 5-year-old. She goes berserk when the tree's out in the presence of... I'm not going to be able to keep up with her if I've just got out of surgery. So I really want to wait till after Christmas. It'll be my own personal Christmas present and a lucky good year start. So that is kind of where I'm at right now. And I'm really excited to finally have this video done and put up. It's taken me a lot of trial and error to put this video up and to really cut down what I wanted to say and share and not be emotional. So I've cut some stuff out about, you know, where I'm coming from. Maybe eventually I can put it in a video without bawling. But I want to make sure that I share this information, because if I can share this and it helps one person head in the right direction, if one person can say, hey, I can relate to what she's saying, I feel like if she can do it, then I can do it. Then I don't want to hold back or deny you guys the information that I have and I've been given. I know that I've said all doctors are different, but I feel like if we put more information out there, more people can maybe utilize this type of surgery in a constructive way. I know that bariatric surgery gets a lot of bad rap, and I don't think it's fair. I don't think that you could put a person in front of a treadmill and a person through gastric bypass surgery, and if the person in front of the treadmill works out every day for the first 6 months, and the person with gastric bypass follows all the rules and everything, and they both end up losing weight, but then let's say the person on the treadmill gives up and they don't want to work out anymore. And let's say the person with gastric bypass decides they want to start eating at McDonald's, or they want to start, you know, eating the kind of foods that got them to the point before the surgery. Both of them are going to fail. The treadmill is a tool, just like the gastric bypass surgery is a tool. It doesn't work if you don't use it. And if you neglect it, it goes away. So, yeah, it's kind of how I feel. I think it still takes a lot of work either way. But sometimes some people need that, like for me personally, I don't want to argue with my head and my stomach at the same time. If I can eliminate the need for my stomach to tell my brain it's hungry when it's not, then I can just argue with my head. I don't have to fight my stomach. And I also have that sense of fullness that right now I don't really get unless I eat until I'm hurting, and I don't want to do that because that's a lot of food. I can put down a lot of food, and I hate that. I hate that I can sit there and I can eat X amount of cheeseburgers or X amount of pieces of pizza, and it's like, okay, my stomach should be full, right? Right? And it's not. And I don't like that. I don't want to fight with my stomach. I just want to be able to tell my head, you're done. You're not hungry. I know you're not hungry because your stomach is this big. They said the size of your pouch will be the size of your thumb. So I can tell my head, you're not hungry. No, you're not. But I'm hoping that I can make one video a week with an update, maybe two. I don't know. I'm not sure if the second one would really be an update video, but maybe a cooking video or a recipe video, because I have tons of recipes and I love to cook. And I still have to cook for my children and my grandmother. And so I still have to cook for everyone. And I know that's going to be hard, but I have plans for that, and I will share those so that if anyone else is struggling with that same thing or thinking about that, I have talked to counselors about it, and they've given me lots of good ideas and tips that I am more than happy to share with everyone. Oh, and I will make an update video with pictures. I'm so nervous to do that, but I know that it's important for lots of reasons. And for me, when I see those pictures of people who were big to begin with and they get smaller and smaller and happier, and you just feel that with them, and I want to be able to share that with others, and I want to be able to hold myself accountable to say that I've done that, and to provide that inspiration for somebody else out there who might be struggling with the same things that I'm struggling with. But either way, I just want to say thank you to whoever might come across this video. I don't know why I'm so emotional doing this video. My goodness. But I do. I say thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I appreciate you sharing your time with me to listen to my story, to listen to my journey. And please feel free to comment below if there's something you'd like me to discuss or share with you. Absolutely, I will try to do that. And if you'd like to subscribe, just hit on the little subscribe button and take my journey with me. I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you again soon.